You know, a lot of folks have been asking, what does legalized marijuana mean for my workplace? In other words, will your job rethink how they operate in the era of decriminalized marijuana?
24-Hour News 8's Barton Dieters is taking a look at what has happened in other states and what to expect here.
Well, Brian and Marley, the short answer is Proposal 1 does not regulate the drug policies of employers. It still allows employers to prohibit possession or use of marijuana by employees and does not stop them from punishing employees who test positive in drug tests. But the real answer is much more complicated.
It will absolutely force, I think, most employers to go back and look at their policies and at least decide what to do about it.
Luis Avila is a labor and employment partner at Varnum. He specializes in marijuana law. He said employers will have to decide how to conduct themselves in an environment where pot is plentiful and labor is in short supply.
Are those policies something you would never give up for anything, or do you want to be a company that can attract any kind of talent regardless of what people do on the weekend?
But some employers will have no choice because marijuana is still illegal at the federal level. For example, truck drivers are subject to federal Department of Transportation rules, as are many companies and institutions that receive federal funding.
Nonprofits, universities, the health systems here, banks, a lot of organizations that are not going to be able to change their policies because they are still subject to federal requirements.
But others may find they need to rethink zero-tolerance policies if they want to keep their jobs filled. A look at other states that decriminalize marijuana showed that some employers did relax their policies, while others found themselves hiring workers from out of state because they could not fill positions with the local workforce and keep their drug-free workplace.
And we will take an approach where it'll be a case-by-case basis. So if you test positive, why did you test positive? Was it because you received it secondhand at a concert a few days ago, or was it because you were smoking it this morning?
Does your pizza maker need to pass a screening test, or can you test when, you know, they cut pepperoni and their finger?
Employers are moving to a reasonable suspicion standard where if they observe you, if they smell you, if there's reason for them to believe that you might be under the influence at work, they'll probably test you. And I think that's a good standard to follow.
Testing is a cultural thing, you know, and it is, we do it because we've always done it. And it's sort of, you know, we never gave, you know, same-sex benefits to anybody, but now we do.
We reached out to more than 24 of West Michigan's largest employers, and those that cared to respond said they have no plans to change whether or not they currently test employees. In studio, Barton Dieters, 24-Hour News 8.